Hello, my friend. Question for you. How are you feeling about moving into a new year? Whether you are feeling a rush of fresh start energy or hunkering down to continue to hibernate for winter, I am right there with you, feeling a mix of both. In today's episode, I'm going to share what worked for me, what flopped, what I'm leaving behind, and a few things I'm looking forward to trying this year. Hello, and welcome to Becoming Burnout Proof, the podcast designed to help women entrepreneurs like you simplify your business and manage your stress so you can increase your income and your impact without burning out. I'm your host, Meg Bingham, a marketing strategist and certified stress management specialist. And today I'm in a bit of a reflective mood. I think a lot of us are. So, first of all, Happy New Year. This is such a fun time. I love the energy that comes with this start of a new year. But I saw a pin on Pinterest the other day that said something like 30 new habits to start in January to start a new life. Ick. I didn't like it. I have some big goals for 2025, and I know you do too. But this idea of fixing everything all at once is keeping a lot of us stuck. I hope you don't feel pressured to create 30 new habits overnight or compelled to create a whole new life. Big goals, absolutely, but not all at once. I just wanted to remind you that you are amazing. You do have the ability and the capacity to bring your big goals to fruition. Just focus on one thing at a time. Practice gratitude and celebrate every win. And also, side note, it's winter. So if you're not feeling that big burst of energy right now, it's totally okay to lean into the rest that your body is craving. During the last few weeks of last year, I participated in a couple of workshops that prompted me to look back over 2024. I thought back to wins and challenges, reviewing things that worked and things that just did not, that totally fell flat. I was prompted to think back on my word of the year. So, choosing a word of the year is a big thing in the online entrepreneur space. It's supposed to help you have clarity and focus as you work toward goals in the new year. I've done it for the past several years of my business, but haven't really truly committed to a word until last year. Normally, by the time I do my year in review, I've completely forgotten what it even was. So I definitely have not been doing that right. I didn't forget my word for 2024, though, and I had some big feelings about it looking back. 12 months ago, the word I chose was consistent. When I chose the word, I was thinking of being consistent in terms of growing my business. Part of me feels honestly like I failed in that, but that part of me isn't necessarily right. I have a strong belief that consistent does not mean constant. So when I chose consistent, I knew it did not mean posting on social media every day or even working the same hours every week. Two of my main goals for the year were to publish a weekly podcast episode and to email my list each week. While I did make improvements in both of those areas, I'm not sure I would call my efforts consistent based on those two metrics. But why am I sharing my shortcomings with you? Here's why. First, I believe in transparency. We're all going through it, right? Second, because I've done some personal work to reframe my thoughts of failure. It's not about all or nothing. We are looking at bright spots, acknowledging what held us back, and looking ahead with gratitude. I'm celebrating the fact that I did make improvements in the frequency of both podcast episode publishing and emailing my list compared to previous years. Not always weekly, but I'm building the habit in a way that keeps the fun in it, which will help me be more resistant to burning out on content creation. Business aside, where did I commit to consistency in 2024? We're in the middle of our second year of homeschooling, and we've got our rhythm down. We've been very consistent with the time we spend homeschooling and getting things done. That's an amazing feeling because I was feeling a little iffy there for a while. I also had a breakthrough in a chronic health issue last year, something I've been dealing with for most of my life. A new diagnosis led to some major lifestyle changes for me, and I've been consistent in researching, seeking care, taking supplements, listening to my body, and adjusting to a strict food list in order to begin to heal my body. This experience is one that both slightly derailed my business growth goals and propelled me forward in other ways, and I'm celebrating the fact that I found consistency in that. Proud of myself, right? I'm training my brain to look for and appreciate bright spots, and I would invite you to do the same. Here are a few other wins I'm proud of from last year. I was invited to speak at a handful of in-person events where I've met some of the most amazing people. I built some life-changing friendships last year. This was the first year I branched out into attending in-person events. After 6 years of my business being exclusively online, this was a big deal for me. My introverted self struggled at the first couple, but it got easier with practice, and I'm planning to attend events at least quarterly this year, if not more often. I finally launched the Work-Life Harmony Club after talking about it for over a year. It's growing into the most beautiful community full of women entrepreneurs who genuinely care about each other and want each other to succeed. Our co working sessions are the highlight of my week. Plus, I have recurring income in my business for the first time ever, and it's pretty awesome. I doubled my email list last year and now have hundreds of students in my programs. I also partnered with the Women's Business Center of Utah on a really cool collaboration. That was definitely a highlight of my year. All right, now that I've shared the highlight reel, here are some goals I did not hit last year. My business income stayed about the same as the previous year, so it was definitely not the growth that I was hoping for. I did not hit my founding member goal for the Work Life Harmony Club by the end of the year. I did not launch a high ticket group program like I wanted to, and this one hurts the most. I bought a high ticket course and didn't even use it. That one hurts. I'm telling you all of this because I want you to know it's okay not to hit all of your goals, okay? It doesn't mean that we accept defeat or beat ourselves up or stop trying. I'm just saying the effort counts, and we need to learn to celebrate the effort, not just the outcome. Now, there's a trend going around on social media where people are sharing what they're leaving behind in 2024 and what they are bringing with them in 2025. So, what am I leaving behind as we move into the new year in terms of my business? I'm leaving behind my best selling offer. Yes, I'm a little nervous. And while it may sound counterintuitive to retire one of my biggest sellers, I realize it's not creating the time freedom that I'm aiming for. Another thing I'm leaving behind is social media. I know. If you've been around for a while, you know that I'm already not a huge fan of social media, even though I recognize its power as a business growth tool. And it's potentially a tool to help us stay connected, right, if we're using it correctly. But I also recognize that it's messing with most of us in terms of our mental health and our brain's reward system. So while I already don't spend a lot of time on social media, I realized I've had this weight or guilt tied to it. Like, I'm a marketer who's not even on social media. So, what I'm leaving behind in 2024 is that weird guilt assigned to me by no one other than myself. There are plenty of ways to grow a business without social media. I've been successfully doing it for a really long time. So, I might as well just release that weight. This is not me telling you to quit social media, by the way. You do you, my friend. If you enjoy it, keep at it. Here are a couple of things I'll be working toward in 2025. I'm going to continue to build consistency and workflows that allow me to publish more frequently. I am going to continue to grow the Work Life Harmony Club, and I'm going to be seeking out more speaking opportunities and collaborations. As far as a word for 2025, I don't know yet. I had initially thought I would choose the word purpose, as in do everything with purpose. This could be a helpful lens for me to set boundaries and make decisions as I move forward. But I'm also considering the word joy because I love the concept and I think it could be a very powerful filter this year. All right, enough about me. I have an invitation for you. If you haven't done your 2024 year in review yet, or if you have and you were looking back over the last several months with a very critical eye, I would encourage you to go back and look at your bright spots. Go look at what went well. Celebrate every win. That's another thing I'm taking into 2025 is celebrating every win. We can train our brain to look for those bright spots, look for the glimmers, and that'll help propel us forward even more and help protect our mental health. If you are looking for a supportive community, people, women who love you and want to celebrate with you, I would invite you to take a look at the Work Life Harmony Club, which is a membership community for women entrepreneurs who want to increase their income and their impact without burning out. Inside, we've got co-working sessions, we've got DIY marketing courses. We are going to start quarterly business growth sprints this year, which I'm way excited for. But my favorite part by far of the community is the level at which each of these women are invested in each other's success. It's a beautiful thing, and I would love for you to be part of it. You can check that out at worklifeharmonyclub.com. Be well and be kind, and I will talk to you again soon.